Hey yo, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to episode 34 of the Moviegoers live show. That's right, guys. Supposed to have this yesterday, but again, scheduling conflicts and again, you know. But we did do something fun yesterday with the Meg watch along, so go check that out if you guys missed it. But tonight's guest is a returning guest. I haven't had her on the show for almost a year, so I figured it's finally time to bring her back. This is actually one of the show's favorite guests, because the view count, you guys love seeing her here, so I figured it's time to bring her back. So let's welcome back to the show, Tracy. How's it going, my friend? It's good to see you.
Hi. I'm so happy to be here, Luke. Genuinely, very happy. I'm happy we were finally able to make it work. I know you started a new job like 2 months ago, so you know how it is, kind of like changing your schedule up and figuring it out and getting into this, all of that. So thank you for being so patient.
Hey, it's no big deal. No big deal. I mean, especially with my work schedule going on, even though thankfully I only work until like 2 in the afternoon, so I don't have to worry about anything else besides that. It's just,
yeah, but that's early. You work early. You work really early, don't you?
I have to work. I have to be at work by 6 in the morning.
Ah, that is early.
So I have to get up at like 4:45 in the morning.
Yeah, props to you for being able to pull that off and doing like late night streams. Like it's a lot. So you're handling it well.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. So, how are things going today, my friend?
Good. As we were saying before we began our stream, I think there's a lot of awesome films coming out in April. I think March was kind of mediocre, but like kind of interesting towards the end there. I saw 3 films last week, and I didn't hate any of them. I didn't necessarily like love any of them, but they were solid, so can't complain.
That's good. I'm glad to hear that. March has been good for the most part for me. I only saw one terrible film in regards to theaters this year, for this month in theaters, which was Imaginary. I hated every second of it. Oh yeah, the teddy bear's supposed to be creepy, right?
I heard it was bad. I didn't see it. What can I get your vibe on like why it sucked? I'm just so curious.
Well, if you could expect it, here's one thing that I can definitely say that will definitely make you feel like you're in trouble to get to that movie. It's from the same guy that directed Truth or Dare and Fantasy Island.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And also, the twist in that film, which occurs about halfway through, makes no sense. No sense. Because, fuck it. You guys deserve better than this. So, fuck it. I don't care.
So at that point, when you found out the twist in the middle of the movie, were you like, I don't care anymore? Was it like one of those? Or were you still kind of like, okay, well, maybe they'll give us something?
After like the first 20 minutes of the film wrapped up, I was like, there is nothing that can make this film any better. There's nothing.
Wow.
And wouldn't you know, after the twist, it got even though I was still really hating the movie, like I was gonna give it like at least somewhat of a 1 star at least, but after the twist happens halfway through, it made me hate it even more because it made no logical sense.
Wow.
So I was like, yep, I was right. I was right on how bad that was gonna be.
Now I'm so curious about the twist, because all I know from the trailer is like the girl winds up being best friends with the older girl's like teddy bear imaginary friend. Oh no, I guess it's imaginary friend. And makes her do like kind of like fucked up stuff. But I can't even imagine what the twist would be there.
You'll see what I mean. And when you think about what happens earlier on in the movie, it makes no sense.
Okay.
Like whatsoever. It doesn't make any sense.
Wow.
But I don't want to, because I'm gonna blow up I'm gonna blow up if I keep talking about it. So let's just move on.
Yeah, totally.
But let's see. Dune Part 2. amazing. Obviously, it's incredible.
Yeah,
Um,
I really liked it more than the first one, and I didn't dislike the first one, but this one had a lot more, going for it for sure.
it's great. And I enjoyed Kung Fu Panda 4 more than most people did.
I didn't
Seems
see
like
it. I need to catch up.
it's good. Like I enjoyed it.
I'm a huge Jack Black fan, and so I kind of trust whatever he does.
Me too. I mean, I was already looking forward to it, not just because it's Kung Fu Panda, but also the fact that they were bringing in some new characters, so that way we can see. Because the thing I like most about that franchise is that with every installment, it feels fresh. It's not just the same thing over and over again. It's something
Okay.
new every single time. Like, so I got to give props to Kung Fu Panda 4 for that. It's not the same as the other three.
How was Aquafina? Because I actually really like her, and I think she gets a lot of hate for no reason. I think she's actually proven herself. If anyone has seen The Farewell, which is an A24 movie, she can do dramatic acting, and she does know what she's doing. I think Hollywood actually probably promoted her shtick like too much, and I think that was kind of the detriment to how people perceive her. But I really do like her, and I think that they voice acting makes sense for her.
Yeah, and she was funny in the movie. I liked her. So, I mean, I'm not one of her haters. I mean, I think after I saw Shang-Chi, I think that's when I was like, this woman really can't act. Okay,
Right?
cool.
Yeah.
And she had me in stitches with pretty much every conceivable joke she made with Shang-Chi. Like,
Yeah.
every single time. So, there's that. We already talked about Imaginary, whatever. Let's just move on. And then Arthur the King with Mark Wahlberg. That was really good. Like, but if you're dog lovers, if you guys didn't see that yet, bring tissues. That's my recommendation. Bring the tissues.
That's definitely one of those movies that are hard to sell because I think like there's definitely a place for those types of movies, and they're definitely like those feel good movies that you want. But I think it's hard to make a theatrical like debut super profitable in this era we're in. It's kind of to me it's kind of the same thing as like George Clooney's The Boys in the Boat. And it's not saying those movies are bad at all. It's just kind of like the climate we're in. I think it's kind of like those movies are not going to be like big blockbusters hits as far as finances go, but the people that go see them are enjoying them, so that's good.
Yeah, but the Boys in the Boat I didn't care for. That was very bland to
I
me.
didn't see it, but I genre wise, I kind of put those together, but I could be completely
Yeah,
wrong.
I get where you're coming from.
Yeah.
But I was saying with I think Arthur the King with what the Boys in the Boat was trying to do in regards to this inspirational true story kind of thing. I was like, Arthur the King did this better. Like, and plus, whenever there's like any tear jerking moments, you feel it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I enjoyed that one, and I saw that with a couple of my friends, and one of my friends brought his girlfriend. She cried like about 3 times, and I was like, "Don't blame you. I do not blame you."
The last time I cried that much was Godzilla -1.
Oh my god! Don't even get me started. I saw that one twice within
Oh,
less than a week. I could not tell you how much I cried both times watching it. Oh man, even thinking about it makes me want to cry. Like,
it
oh
hits you so unexpectedly. I think that's what does it. Like when a film, there's a lot of films that try to purposely like bring you to tears. And then when they do it and they're not really trying, they're just telling the story and it's like that it's connecting with you so much that you just can't help it. Like that's when movies are really doing their job.
exactly. I do agree with that. Um,
Oh, Jared's here.
Yep, that's right. What's going on, Jared? Happy to see you here, buddy.
You withdrew? Oh.
Yep, Max is also here. You and Drew's here. Who's the YouTuber you'd love to have on the Moviegoers live show? Cody Leach, easily. I would love to get him on the show. Because
Yeah.
I mean, he seems like such a cool dude to chat with. So
Yeah.
I definitely would want to get him on there.
Jude 330. I've seen you around.
Yep, Judd's
For
here.
sure.
So,
Judd, sorry. Max's sister's name is Jude, so I put that on you. But Judd 330. Yeah. No, I've seen you
there we
around for
go.
sure. Thank you so
So
much for joining us.
Hunter's here says he's just subscribed to your channel, so good man. Says, by the way, are you a fan of David Cronenberg's body horror movies?
Yes, and for Max's birthday, he wanted to pick up a Criterion film, and he chose Videodrome, which I've never seen, and I loved it. It's kind of relatable. I feel like to now, like because of all the tech involved and kind of like brainwashing that you can do through multimedia. Yeah, it was a really great movie. Videodrome, I highly recommend it. And actually, Blondie, I forget her actual name. Blondie, though, from the 80s. She's in the film and she's great, as well as oh my god, why am I blanking on his name? Hades from Hercules. I
James
love him.
Woods.
Yes, thank you. He's so good in it. So yeah, I do like Cronenberg a lot, and I think there's a lot that can be learned from practical effects because Hollywood needs to do that more now than ever. So cut down their budgets, do practical effects. Doesn't have to be CGI.
I mean, in this kind of like time and age right now with the types of movies that we get now, they're so overly reliant on CGI. But like, there's times where I can give it a pass for
Right.
the CGI.
Yeah.
But there's others where I'm like, okay, you could have definitely dialed down to the CGI.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but yeah, Cronenberg's practical effects back in the day like are still hold up today. Like especially with The Fly. Like the practical effects in The Fly still hold up, and I'm like, why can't we just get more of this now? Where's this been?
Yeah. Well, and Hunter Hewitt. If you've seen Late Night with the Devil, which just premiered, there is a scene that is very Cronenberg body horror-esque. So I think you would appreciate that if you. It's going to be on. I think it's going to be on Shudder like in 2 weeks or something like that, 3 weeks.
I'm gonna be getting it. I'm gonna be renting it when it comes out because I could not tell you how badly I wanted to see it in theaters this week, but I'm not gonna be able to. So
that's understandable.
My theater didn't play it. The nearest theater that's playing Late Night with the Devil is an hour away from my house, and I really don't want to go that far. So I'm like, I'll wait.
Luke, I'm going to tell you right now, I think the entire point of that movie is that it's actually more effective if you watch it on your couch at home watching TV. I felt too much that I was taken out of it because I knew I was in a movie theater. Because, you watch late night shows, if you ever do, or you watch YouTube videos of late night shows on your couch watching your TV. And so it creates that realism that when you're in a theater, like it took me out a bunch of times because I'm like, well, I'm in a movie theater watching a movie, but it's trying to be found footage of a late night show. I think it's much more effective at home. So I think you're doing the better thing, actually, Luke, by watching it at home on Shudder. So
okay, yeah, I'll take your word for it on it. But again, sometimes I want to try to be able to support smaller films, but at the same time, it's hard for me to do. So.
Something like that, it'll be noticed that you streamed it. They keep tabs. You'll be definitely part of the demographic for sure.
I'm definitely excited to see where that goes. Because there's a couple other films that are playing right now, like again, that are an hour away from my house. I'm not going to be able to see until streaming, which kind of pisses me off. Love Lies Bleeding of the new Rose Glass movie, I was actually really excited for, so bummed about that. But the one I'm most bummed about that I'm not going to be able to see until streaming is Immaculate.
Okay.
That one, from what I've heard, I'm like, you guys are really, really wanting me to watch this. Like, I'm really excited to whenever I get a chance.
I get the whole it's hard for you to watch A24 films. I know that Immaculate is neon, so that's not necessarily better, but I'm just surprised that they didn't do a better job because it's Sydney Sweeney and she has such a huge fan base. I'm surprised they didn't try to push for more theaters.
I feel like she's been having such a big fan base after Anyone But You, honestly.
Yeah.
Like after that film came out, like fan base like for her was just going like over the roof. Like
yeah, and I was having this whole conversation today earlier that it's like the Euphoria kids are all becoming superstars, and you've got Jacob Elordi, Zendaya, and Sydney Sweeney, and HBO I think is known for really good casting, and I think that that's something that she has a leg up on because a lot of people could say, a lot of people could talk down about Sydney Sweeney. It's like, oh, it's just her boobs and sex and all that stuff. But like she actually is talented and she's a really refined actress. And I think she just hasn't been given, besides Euphoria, because she does go there artistically as an actor. She hasn't been given a lot to showcase herself. Like she's not going to do that in Madam Web. Like, let's be honest. You know what I mean? It's like there's a lot of bullshit in that, So
oh my god!
forward.
Every time I even think about Madam Web, I just laugh because
Right.
it's so hilariously terrible. Like the reason why I think I can say that though is because I saw that in theaters with my best friend and we were all by ourselves. So we basically had the entire theater to just laugh. So
I love
and we
that.
took advantage of it. So
I love that. And it's, to a certain extent, it's one of those like it's like Morbius, which Sony also put out. It's like so bad it's good you have to see it. But I think like I'm really curious to see what she does with her career moving forward because there's two things that happened with Anyone But You. She made Sony a profit after everything, $50 million. And then with Neon, it was their highest opening weekend for any movie they've ever put out. So studios are going to invest their time in Sydney Sweeney. And, I'm excited to see what projects she chooses because she chose Immaculate. She like found that script out of nowhere and was like, I want to make this. So she's an executive producer on it. So I love that.
that was actually one of her passion projects because she auditioned for that film years ago and she picked up that script and then went from there. And I'm like, wow, like the dedication, like I commend that.
Yeah.
Let's hit the comments here really quick because they are piling up.
Yeah.
That's right. Cronenberg does roll there, Max. There you go.
Yes.
Let's see. Vincent Castle, Diane Kruger, and Guy Pearce. Oh, that's right. Hunter's been telling me about his new film, The Shrouds, coming out, and I'm very intrigued on what they're going to give us with that movie. So
I haven't heard about it.
Yeah, he's been telling me about that, and I'm like, okay, I'm still on track with it. I just need to see what the film's about first before I can really say I'm like on board.
Of course,
it.
yeah.
Late Night with the Devil was so damn good. David Dastmalchian is the guy that played as the late night host.
Yes.
So he is such an incredible actor. Like he doesn't really get any recognition, which kind of surprises me.
And Luke, I think you would probably agree with this. In the Suicide Squad, James Gunn's Suicide Squad, he was the polka dot man. And I was so sad when he got killed in that. Like
yes. Yeah. Oh my god.
I want to have polka dot man spinoff.
And I'm like, no.
I know. He was great. I like him a lot. He's quirky. Man. I like him.
I love this. I love the Suicide Squad. That movie is. Oh, that movie's so much fun. I'm actually tackling my first horror movie screenplay, and I'm having a blast. Awesome,
wow.
Dude.
That's
nice.
Really great.
Immaculate was so good. I also saw Hereditary for the first time. Nice. It was incredible. How did Toni Collette not? That's a question we all ask: is how did Toni Collette not get an Oscar nod?
I know.
The Academy hates their horror stuff. Let's just move on from that shit.
Hunter, I want to give you just like a really quick thing of advice. read your dialogue that you've written out loud to yourself. And if it feels unnatural or someone wouldn't talk like that, edit it like that way. Like after you write everything, like write the whole thing and then go back into your dialogue and kind of read it like you would have a conversation with someone. And if it doesn't feel organic, then you can really tweak it from there. Because I think that's I found that gets me into a thing where I'm like, oh wait, no one talks like that, or
Right.
so yeah, like definitely do like an out read, or get a friend to come over and just like no judgment or opinion, like come over and just read your script with you out loud, and it'll really help with the dialogue.
Yeah, there you go. So that's a good way to put it. That's a good way to put it. But there's also one film we were talking about a little earlier that I've already seen a few times, and I'm still trying to get Tracy to watch it because I know she might have a good time with it, which is The Beekeeper. Now,
Yeah.
look, I've been talking about that film at nauseum for like the past 2 months. I don't care. Like that movie has put me on a big Jason Statham kick after I watched it the third time. Like, I saw it 3 times in the theater, and I can't get that movie out of my head for some reason. I really can't. It's
Wow.
so fun. It is so fun. Like, you see this in the trailer, so I'm not necessarily spoiling anything. The scene when he yeets a dude off a bridge with his truck, gold. Like the second time I saw it, my theater erupted into laughter. Like I'm not even joking you. The second time I saw it, the theater erupted into laughter.
That's good. I think action films need a solid premise, and I think that's what this one is providing. So that's why it's connecting with audiences.
Yes, because you and I were talking about this earlier off stream in regards to scamming. The people that like send text messages, calls, or emails about scammers and stuff like that. It's like I literally told you, what better way than Jason Statham to take him out?
Yeah,
like,
love it.
So, Max, keepers be keeping. Jesus.
Yep.
I'm gonna call that one for comment of the night right there. That was a good one. That was a good one.
Wait, Hunter saw the arch nemesis of the movie you hate?
I've kind of grown to like that movie as a guilty pleasure, like a so bad it's good kind of movie because of how self-serious it is.
Oh no. Yeah. I haven't seen it still.
I'm not going to be able to see it until streaming, but I have heard from a lot of people that it is better than the first, so I'm happy.
I hope it is. My God. Like, they're ruining like one of the most precious IPs of all time for a bad horror movie. Like,
well,
like
I can just say from the trailer that it already is going to be better than the first movie. Like, I can already say that. I can tell you that the masks look better. The masks look way better than the first movie.
Okay.
Without question.
But are we supposed to believe that it's really Winnie the Pooh and Piglet, or are we supposed to believe it's men in masks? Because I never knew that.
I don't know. Like
in the first movie, are they like really like, I'm Winnie the Pooh and this is Piglet, or were men in masks trying to just kill people?
They're definitely just hillbilly dudes.
Okay.
From what you can tell, but I'm just gonna I'm gonna put this up on overlay for a second to show you to show you the new masks and everything because it's the poster. So here we go. This is what we got now. So with Winnie the Pooh, Piglet, Tigger, and the owl. So it looks way better and actually looks a little creepier. I like what they're doing.
See, and this though makes me feel like they're the actual Winnie the Pooh characters and not in masks.
Yeah, and especially Tigger's look. Like, we didn't get him in the first movie, which kind of sucked, but we're getting him in this one, and that actually, his mask, or not a mask, it actually looks like more practical makeup when you really look at it. But it is really cool, like, with what they're doing. So I kind of feel like they're not only kind of leaning into the lore, but they're kind of leaning into the schlock factor, which is what the first film was missing. So
Okay. This makes me want them to do like Alice in Wonderland from the cartoon, but it's like the oyster's revenge. Like, remember they did the whole like side plot where it's like,
that's yes,
yeah, the oysters just come out and kill the walrus or whatever it is that eats them all. Yeah.
yes. That Mr. Owl looks scary as hell. Yes. And I kind of feel like it's kind of going for after Terrifier syndrome, because Terrifier, the first one, was not really well received, but Terrifier 2 got loads better got way better received than the first film did. So
yes, I just I hope that the filmmakers of the Winnie the Pooh thing are taking the criticism, seriously, because even like Terrifier and Terrifier 2, it seems like there was always a very significant like vision that was there, and then they just were able to make it better because of a budget and great artists behind the scenes. So I'm hoping that it wasn't, because we all, even you, this was your worst hated movie. I mean, it won all the Razzie Awards. Everyone kind of felt like they used the opportunity that Winnie the Pooh was now, what do they call it when it's
public domain.
Yes, public domain, did not care for the original material in any aspect of the horror movie, and just used the name to make it popular. So I think if they have learned anything significantly, that like they do need to incorporate things from the original IP to make it connect with people,
Right, yeah. So yeah, I mean, but thankfully, after the fiasco, what happened last year with the filmmaker with Jagged Edge Productions coming after people because of negative reviews, thankfully that ship has sailed, and they've kind of cooled down a little bit.
Good.
They had a Zoom call with Cody Leach not too long ago, and that got all settled. So thankfully, we don't have to deal with that kind of feud anymore, because that kind of was really getting out of hand back when that came out. Because like, do you guys not notice that you made a bad movie? And plus, what they were trying to say was not directed towards the filmmakers or the actors at all. It's just them criticizing the movie. So
yeah,
that really quick.
Especially when the actual like lore of Winnie the Pooh has so much richness to dive into if you want to turn it into a horror film. Again, like the Christopher Robin stuff should have been the forefront. And I heard that was not the main part of the movie.
Yeah, which is really weird. It's more focused on these. It's more focused on these 4 girls that are just taking a vacation to this cabin.
Right.
And
so it should have been like if Toy Story, if Buzz and Woody went rogue on Andy because he abandoned them, like that should have been the forefront of Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
Yep. There you go. Let's see. Keep, Watch, Burn movies starring Liam Neeson. Taken 1, Batman Begins, Phantom Menace. The first 2 are the difficult ones, but Phantom Menace is an easy burn for me. I don't like that movie. I think I'll say keep Taken and watch Batman Begins. I'm gonna be completely honest. I love Taken.
This is like Marry Kill Fuck. I didn't get what this was. Okay, so Keep, Watch, Burn movie starring Liam Neeson, Taken 1, or Batman Begins. Well, okay, so there's four options though.
That's the three. The 3 options are Taken, Batman Begins, and Star Wars Phantom Menace. So those are the 3 options. Like, you keep one, you watch one, or there's one that you burn.
Phantom Menace was the first prequel, right?
Yep, that's the first prequel in the Star Wars movies.
I would keep Batman Begins. I would burn Phantom Menace, and I would watch Taken 1, I think.
Yeah, it is the first Taken.
Yeah.
aka the only good one.
Right. Yeah. And in Phantom Menace, like there's things about it I like, but I think that the oh my god, what's his name? That stupid character that replaced it, like to be the kid character.
I forgot his
The
name. I forgot his name.
the one that talks in
Talking about
like
like the one that plays Anakin, right?
the Misa, all that stuff. Oh my
Oh,
god.
that.
Yes, he was trying to like replace an Ewok, or he's the kid friendly character was ridiculous. So I would get rid of that one.
Yeah, it's not good. Let's see. Hunter's got another one. Keep Watch Burn, The Dark Knight, Oppenheimer, and Inception.
Wow, that is. Oh
That's
man.
no. Don't
Oh,
do
that's
that to
tough.
me. I love all three of those movies.
Oh, that's why it's a great question. That's tough. Keep Watch
Oh
Burn.
man.
Okay, yeah, I think I've got mine, and it's not going to be popular, but I don't fucking care.
Oh god.
I'm gonna burn Oppenheimer.
Oh no. Oh no.
And I love Oppenheimer, but like
I know. That's the sad part. Like,
but okay, so wait, Luke, what's the difference between keep and watch? One is like you keep it forever so you can watch it whenever you want, and then watch as you watch it one time.
I think that's kind of how it goes. Like they
So
don't
it's
really
like Mary
specify
and
how
Fox.
that goes,
Okay.
but like
Got it. Okay, so then I would do Inception. I'm gonna keep it, and I'm gonna watch The Dark Knight. Unpopular opinion, I'm sure.
It's all good, but I think I thought this one through. I'm gonna keep Oppenheimer and watch The Dark Knight, burn Inception. I'm sorry, I love Inception, but oh man, like
No, that's fine.
why'd you have to pull that one on me, Hunter? Why would you do that?
That's a great question, though. Like, I love that question, and I'm going to ask other people that question because that's a really good one, Hunter. So we
Got another
congratulate
one too. Keep Watch Burn, Top Gun Maverick, Everything Everywhere All at Once, and The Irishman.
Oh, that's easy though.
Oh,
We're
the keep one is Top Gun. Like that's my
we're
easy
burning. We are so burning The Irishman. It's not even funny. I'm sorry, but we are burning
I
The
love
Irishman.
The Irishman, but that's gonna have to burn. Like
Okay, so yeah, it's gonna have to burn. Something that like okay, I understood people watching Killers of the Flower Moon in 2 settings, but The Irishman you have to watch in like 3 settings because there's nothing there. I can't with it. Like I love Scorsese so much, and I say this with love, but my goodness, out of these 3, I'm absolutely going to burn The Irishman. I will keep Top Gun Maverick, and I will watch Everything Everywhere All at Once because I think Everywhere All at Once, after one time, you are so mind blown, and I think that you don't actually need to watch it again because it actually gave you everything you needed in one setting. Whereas Top Gun Maverick, I think you just want to put it on as a comfort thing. So
yes, I think I can agree with that. I mean,
yeah,
we literally have the same keep watch burn.
The
Top Gun.
Irishman.
Yeah, burn The Irishman. Watch Everything Everywhere. Keep Top Gun.
Yeah.
Like, that's the
If
funny
you were
thing.
like, if you were like Goodfellas, then it would be a much more difficult conversation to have.
Oh my god, yeah. God, he's been firing these ones off. So good job, Hunter.
This should be your new thing, Luke. You should have people on, and you just have Hunter play this game, and then everyone votes in the chat. I think that would be a really good thing for your channel. That'd be fun.
That would be fun. I need to start like because I did one short of the keep watch burn of movies for like from last year. I need to do that for some movies for this year that I've never really that people are kind of curious morely on my thoughts on just for a small little short. Like because I did that with a few movies. I'm trying to remember which ones I did it with. I did it with Rebel Moon Part 1, A Child of Fire, which as I thought about it, no. Let's hope the Scargiver's better. Let's just hope for that. And then I did this. I did a couple Bollywood films, Bula and Animal. Those are a couple of Bollywood action movies.
Cool.
And then also John Woo's Silent Night.
Oh yeah.
which I enjoyed. People, I don't care. I liked it. So I'm not sure which ones I want to do it with next, though. But I'll have to think about it for now. But let's see. He says, keep watch burn. It Chapter 1, The Shining, and Halloween Kills. As much as I enjoy Halloween Kills, that's a burn. I'd say keep The Shining and watch It Chapter 1. Like,
Yeah.
I
I'm
think it's
I'm
something to go
100% with you on that one. There's no yeah.
Yeah. And another Christopher Nolan one. Keep watch burn. Memento, Dunkirk, and The Prestige. Burn Dunkirk.
Thank
As
God
much as
you said that.
as much as I love Dunkirk, that's a burn.
It's a burn. It's a hard burn. Yeah.
And then I would say keep The Prestige and watch Memento.
Yes. 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 Because you need something that's not too heady to watch over and over and over and over. You know what I'm saying? Like you want The Prestige as that comfort film, like we just talked about, like the other ones. Yeah. Watch
Yeah,
Memento. Prestige.
Memento's not really that rewatchable, to be honest with you. As
No,
great of a film as it is, like it's
not.
groundbreaking.
It's not. You're right.
But as groundbreaking as that movie is for how it's told backwards,
Yeah.
it's not the most rewatchable movie. But The Prestige,
No.
I watched. I remember at one point when I was over at my grandparents' house, staying over for a few days. I remember I popped that film on a couple times, and I was just so fascinated with where it was going, like the story, the twist, the characters.
Yeah.
I was just so infatuated with where it was going. So
it's really good.
Yes, and that is actually my favorite Christopher Nolan movie is The Prestige. Like that is my favorite personally from him.
I love that you said that. I do.
Well, I'm happy about that. Let's see. Okay, you got another easy one here. Burn It Chapter 2, watch Sinister, keep the black phone. Easy. Like, why'd you have to give me another easy one, Hunter? Come on. You gave me an easy one again.
I think one of those I didn't see. I loved the black phone, so I'd absolutely keep that. I really liked It Chapter 2, so I guess it would be Sinister that I would burn. But I think Sinister is the one I didn't see.
So I don't know if that would really count per se, but I mean, just for one time, I'll give you that one. Like, just for one time, I'll give you that. Like, the black phone is the one that like that's an obvious keep for me. I've gone back to rewatch that film so many times.
Yeah,
easy watch. Really I mean, I still even have my T-shirt that I've worn a few times on streams for the black phone. I still have my T-shirt, so.
And it's hard for like the It movies because I think of It 1 and 2 as telling a complete story. And I know he brought up It Chapter 1 earlier. It's kind of like Kill Bill 1 and 2. Like I feel like it's one film, you know, which it technically is.
Right, yeah. So, I mean, I get you there. Let's see. Keep Watch Burn. Hereditary, The Thing, and Halloween 2018. As much as I love Halloween 2018, that's a burn. I hate saying that because I love Halloween 2018. I'd say keep The Thing and watch Hereditary. I love The Thing.
I'm going to agree with you, and I have not seen Halloween 2018, so
I love that movie. Like that's actually my second favorite in the franchise is Halloween 2018. Only behind the first film. Like, I mean, despite some really weird dialogue choices, I mean, you might have heard this all around the internet. Like oh, I got peanut butter on my penis from the dad. I'm like, no. This is not Halloween. Like, it doesn't help that Danny McBride co-wrote the script for that movie. That doesn't help anything. Like, as much as I love the guy, it's like, take it back with the writing a little bit there, buddy.
Some people, you know, they try different genres and they don't really excel in them. And so it's kind of teaching people to stay in their lane when it comes to writing.
Very true. Okay, now he gave me a difficult one this time. Keep Watch Burn, The Matrix, The Goonies, and Phone Booth. Oh my god. Why'd you do this?
This one I want to phone a friend because I actually haven't seen 2 of those movies, which is horrible.
I'm
gonna phone a friend while you think about it. Can I phone a friend on this one? You're my phone a friend. I'm telling Max to be my phone a friend, like it's Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Oh.
He's seen all 3 of these, and I have not.
God, it's so hard. I think I'll say keep phone booth.
Oh, good. Hunter said phone a friend worked just fine. That's perfect. Yeah. Hubert gave us on this whole live stream. I love it. We just need those like lights, the strobe lights to come in, and then Regis Philbin just appears.
Yep. Yeah, but I think I'll say keep phone booth. These other 2 are really, really hard because I love The Matrix. That's a freaking sci-fi classic. The Goonies I grew up with, so it's like I really cannot decide. I think I'll say watch The Goonies and burn The Matrix.
You can put it in.
So
he's made a decision. I have no idea what it is, but we'll see it momentarily.
It'll be. I'm waiting for it to pop up in the chat. So,
guys, this is the excitement of live TV. I feel like this is starting to turn into like late night with the devil. It's like very late night TV game show.
Yes.
And what movie are we gonna burn tonight?
Yes.
I hope for Halloween people dress up as him. I think that would be a really good Halloween costume, actually. Like that 1970s suit. I feel like people could pull that off. Keep The Matrix, watch Goonies, burn Booth.
Yeah, I get it though. I love all 3 of those movies. So it's really hard for me to decide. But I had to go with phone booth for keep though, because I think that's how you do it's like a claustrophobic thriller, which is taking place entirely mostly in a phone booth. Yeah, I definitely want to be trapped in those. Let's see. Keep, watch, burn. Toy Story, Gravity, Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl. I'm gonna say keep Curse of the Black Pearl. Easy. And then I'll say watch Toy Story and burn Gravity.
That's
Gravity
really
is not a very rewatchable movie. It's
not. But oh man, I see. Like a problem is, it's like, do you want to expose people to like incredible space CGI for one film? That's like, I think that's really tough. I would probably burn Gravity as well, but like if you were going to show a person that's never seen a movie before Gravity, they'd probably be like, oh my god, like what is this? This is incredible, because they couldn't even fathom seeing space like that.
Yeah,
that's tough, because we love Toy Story. Okay, I love your picks, Luke, and I actually really agree with them, and I'll just play devil's advocate on this one because they're both, all 3 of these movies are great. I would probably say burn the Black Pearl, Caribbean, the Cursed Black Pearl, keep Toy Story, and then watch Gravity. But I really agree with you because I love that OG Pirates. I can't stand the fact they just announced earlier today they're going to just reboot Pirates. It's like, just give us 10 years before they do it again. Like, I know they don't want to hire Johnny Depp, but it's like, come on, like, just don't do it. Come on.
Yeah. Let's see. It's got another one. Goodfellas, Parasite, and The Departed. You done did it again, Hunter.
Well,
I'm gonna make this one an easy keep for me. That's The Departed, because that's my favorite Scorsese movie. That's a keep for me. Easy.
Okay.
The other 2 I can't decide on between Goodfellas and Parasite.
I'll go. This is pretty easy for me. And it's all I think you and I, Luke, we always know it's totally fine when we disagree because we both love movies and we both respect each other's opinions and we're never like, oh, how
Yeah.
can you know.
Yeah.
So I think that's why this is so great to do this with you because it's never like it's never antagonistic or it's never like, you know. So I'll keep Goodfellas, I'll watch Parasite, and I'll burn The Departed. But again, no disrespect to you ever in any format.
That's okay. I think
Movies speak to people differently, and I think that's what's
I
amazing
know
about movies.
that's what's so
That's what's great
difficult about
about it.
this right now.
Yeah. I don't ever understand people that get so mad if someone loves a movie that someone hates or hates a movie that someone loves. It's like, well, that's in, you know, everyone has different personal upbringings, everyone has different lifestyles, everyone relates to things differently, and I think that's what's great about film. And I think like that plays such a hardcore key into why people are drawn to certain films.
Yeah, and no, I'll touch upon that here in a little bit. After I figure this out, which
I'm pausing for 2 seconds.
okay. So, I think I'm gonna go with. So, like I said, keep The Departed. It's my favorite Scorsese. I'm making this so difficult for myself. I really am. I think I'll say watch Parasite and burn Goodfellas. Which I know people are like, you should be keeping Goodfellas, but
That's fine. It's okay.
I know I know not on you though, Tracy. I'm talking about with other people that are gonna be like, you should have kept this one, you know, because it's like, come on guys, relax here, come on.
You know what, Luke, though? Like okay, so you're and this is not saying you're right or wrong, but at your age, you'll watch the same movie in 10 years and then have a whole new meaning to it and think it's like the most brilliant thing you've ever seen. And then in another 20 years, you'll watch something and be like, that movie maybe like wasn't what I thought it was. And then, like it's ever expanding when you watch movies. So like your opinion right now is totally valid for you and for a lot of people. So like don't let people yeah like
I know it's just I know, like, I sense it coming at the same time though, like I sense it coming, so it's like relax, people. That's what I think.
they should relax. They should all relax.
Yeah, and again, I'll talk about that here in a little bit because I definitely want to point out a few things on it. So let's see, keep, watch, burn, The Meg, Jaws, and Open Water. I want to point out Dell here for a second. What's up, Dell? Easily keep Jaws. I would watch The Meg. I've never seen Open Water, so I can't. So that doesn't count. But I would say keep Jaws and watch The Meg.
If Dell has seen all three of these, speak up, Dell, and you can be my phone a friend on this one. Yeah.
I mean, even speaking of which, I literally just I did a watch along for The Meg last night, so there you go. Like, because I'm still continuing on my Jason Statham marathon, so
I'd have to keep Jaws forever, but
like,
I just don't know about the other two.
Let's see. Keep, watch, burn, Get Out, Nightmare on Elm Street, and Psycho.
Oh fuck, that's good.
This one is definitely gonna set the chat on fire. I'm calling
this is really hard. Oh, good. Dell found a friend. Wait, can you put his up first?
There we go. Let's see.
Yeah,
Keep Jaws,
okay.
watch The Meg, burn Open Water.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Dell. Excellent.
I mean, it'd pretty much be the same for me, even though I've never seen Open Water. I've seen the other two. So let's see.
Okay.
Keep, watch, burn, Get Out, Nightmare on Elm Street, and Psycho. Like I said, this is gonna set the chat on fire for me. I would keep Nightmare on Elm Street, watch Get Out, burn Psycho. I love Psycho. I do. But it's not.
Oh, you didn't think we were going to burn Psycho, so that's I It's not that blasphemous.
I know, but like when it comes to Hitchcock films, though, that's the fan favorite is Psycho.
Oh, this is tough.
But yeah, Psycho is not my favorite Hitchcock movie. That goes to Vertigo. That's my personal favorite.
I like Vertigo too. And Vertigo did really poorly at the box office because people thought it was too depressing initially, but then it became a fan favorite. And I love Vertigo. I gotta say, I'm gonna, oh man, as much as it pains me to do this, I'm gonna have to burn Nightmare on Elm Street. I'm going to keep Get Out, I think, and watch Psycho. That's probably not an enjoyable choice either for a lot of people in the chat.
I know people are gonna be like to both of us, like keep Psycho, but it's like there's movies that we prefer over Psycho. But we can move on. Anyways, but what I wanted to talk about with like respecting other people's opinions, that was some good points you brought up earlier. I can already sense that some people are going to be really questioning me with one of my picks on my top 5 movies of all time. Like I just rewatched it like last month. I actually watched it again during the Super Bowl because I didn't give 2 shits.
Yeah.
I really didn't care. So I was like, you know what? Let me just watch something that'll actually at least keep me from being bored. So I decided to watch Crank, the first Crank with Jason Statham. Okay. And that is actually my top 5 movies of all time. Like because it's so rewatchable. Like, and the movie does not stop. Like, let me see how long it is. Where the fuck is it?
I've never seen it, but Max loves that movie like tremendously. So you're not alone.
Yeah, for 87 minutes, it doesn't stop. Like, it keeps going and going and going and going. Like, it doesn't stop. Like, and I rewatched it. I showed it to my buddy Mike. You might remember Mike from our Thanksgiving spoiler discussion.
Yeah.
I watched it with him, and because I sent him over the 4K for Crank. Him and I were just having a blast with it, and there were just points where we just could not stop laughing at how ridiculous the movie is. Like, but if you think Crank is ridiculous, wait till you see Crank 2, because that movie is way more over the top than the first Crank. So, let's see. Thank you, Max. Thank you. I'm so glad I'm not alone in that boat. Because, God, even when I think about Crank, I'm just going to laugh. Because it's, oh my God. And then I watched Crank 2 for the first time, and yeah, that one was a ride. So yeah, that's kind of why I decided to, like, after I saw The Beekeeper a third time in rewatching Crank, I would want to do a Jason Statham marathon for the channel. So
yeah, I gotta watch a lot of his stuff. So I'm definitely open to watching all of them.
There is one that we are going to be doing that I'm actually wanting to get a packed panel on, which, besides the 2 Crank movies, another one that I'm thinking to do to get a full panel in is The Beekeeper, because that one we'll definitely get a packed panel for, because I know quite a few people that I talk to personally or just in general that really enjoy that movie.
So I have a lot of respect for Jason Statham. Did you see The Expendables 4?
You mean Expendables?
Yeah.
That piece of shit?
Because I felt like, so I didn't see the film, but the entire trailer is supposed to show like Jason Statham and Megan Fox having like incredible like sexual chemistry, and they don't. And it's like, what are we supposed to expect from this? And Jason Statham is trying, and that's apparently one of the worst films of last year. But he did a favor. Like a lot of those people like get favors because they're nice people and they'll say like, sure, I'll do this, you know?
But when you watch that film, though, you can tell that Statham is just there for the paycheck. And
yeah. Yeah, he said, okay, I'll help a friend out and I'll be in this. Yeah.
And but for the most part, it's not what the Expendables movies were before.
No,
It's just green screen. Like,
yeah.
So yeah, terrible, terrible freaking movie. Like, I could not tell you how pissed off I was when I was watching that film in theaters. I was so pissed off. Like,
we know the tagline was "They'll die when they're dead."
Yeah, I should have known I was in trouble by then.
That was a gem.
Yeah, I was just like, oh god, here we go. I mean, but even to see Jason Statham back and actually him being in the lead this time, rather than it actually being just Sylvester Stallone, I was like, okay, let's see where they go with this. And a lot of the fights were choreographed terribly. And again, they're known for some practical stunt work in the franchise. It's just green screen. And I mean, a lot of people agree with me on this, that a lot of the stuff in the trailer, especially for the backgrounds, look way more realistic than what we get in the movie. So,
wow.
Yeah, that's just sad. Hey, fans of something's in the building. What's going on?
Hey.
Jason Entertainment is also here. What's up, Jason? Good to see you, buddy.
Hello.
State on the stage. Oh my god. Max. Oh my god. Let's just move on. Really quick. Keep Watch Burn, The Iron Claw, Ghostbusters Afterlife, and Crank. Keep Crank easily. Then I'd say watch The Iron Claw. Sadly, burn Ghostbusters Afterlife. Because I'm a Ghostbusters fanatic. Like, I've been a huge fan of the Ghostbusters since I was a kid. And in case you're wondering my thoughts on Frozen Empire, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed Frozen Empire.
You're not alone. Don't worry.
I know, but a lot of people hated it though, and I'm like, what? Like, I thought it was good.
I can't stand the we've talked about this. I can't stand people that like just hate people for liking something. So but I absolutely fucking love Iron Claw so much that I would, and I haven't seen the other two, so I'd keep it, and then I'll take your advice and watch Crank and Ghostbusters Burn.
But the Iron Claw, I could not tell you like the scene. I'm not gonna spoil it for anyone that has not seen it. Which, if you haven't, why are you watching this channel? Please go watch it.
Oh, it's so good.
It's the scene towards the end that something that happens. I was bawling my eyes out, and I was like, "Did they really just do that?"
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And it hits so much hard. Like, that's how you do a biopic right, too, because that's to the point where it's like, I'm watching a movie, but my God, is an actual family that they even like made lighter because they took out another death of that family, which is crazy. It's so, it's such a good movie. The cast is phenomenal. Iron Claw, yeah. Came out at the wrong time of year, and A24 dropped the ball when it came to award season, but it's so good.
I mean, like, there were like four like four A24 films that were in my top 20. So they really came to play. Like, because let's see, my number one was Past Lives. I'm still standing by it.
Yes.
I'm still gonna stand by it. And then let's see, I also had the Iron Claw, of course. And also had Priscilla.
Yeah, that was really good.
And probably the most overlooked one, in my opinion, being Dream Scenario.
It's on my list. I'm going to watch it. It's on HBO. I have no excuse. I'm going to watch it.
Tracy, my friend, you are in for a treat with Dream Scenario. It is so good.
I'm so excited.
Let's see. Keep Watch Burn. Cooties, Beetlejuice, and Cabin in the Woods. I would say keep Cabin in the Woods, watch Beetlejuice, and burn Cooties. Even though I really enjoy Cooties. It's a really cool concept, though.
I would say yes to exactly what you said. I don't know what Cooties is.
So basically, Cooties, let me just give you small little bit of it. Children in an elementary school are zombies.
Wow.
I didn't really need to tell you much else after that.
That's a cool concept. I like it.
But it also got a pretty good cast. I mean, you got Lee Winnell in there, you got Elijah Wood, you got Rainn Wilson. So yeah, Dwight from The Office in a horror movie. How funny. Let's see. You guys are really killing it with the comments. Zac Efron was overlooked in Oscar and Iron Claw just as Toni Collette was robbed for an Oscar. I agree.
Yes. Again, though, it's A24's fault. It's not the Academy's fault. A24 did not submit that movie in time, so it's their fault.
Yeah. Iron Claw definitely made me cry like a sweet little baby.
Yeah.
It did the same for me too. Hope you're training like a Rocky training montage for the finals of Rotten Tomatoes, the card game.
Yes. I unexpectedly won the last one. I did not realize that was going to happen. I just need to know when the final is, and I will be preparing till that happens. So,
awesome.
So much fun. It's so much fun. They have a great thing going on at Fans of Something for this Rotten Tomatoes game. We all love games on YouTube, so like they're just like killing it with that. And Hunter brought the gamification tonight with the burn, watch, keep thing. So
yeah, he's really kicking it today. So
yeah,
thank you, Hunter.
We all need more games in our lives. Life is tough, so
that's why at some point I'm actually still gonna hold it out this year to do a trivia night for this live show, because I was planning for that last year, but that never came through. So
that sounds really fun.
I'm gonna make it happen this year. So, but I need to get obviously vets of the show back in here. So, because those are the people that are gonna be joining for the trivia night, is basically people that have been on the show. So,
right.
Let's see. I actually just watched Past the Lives today. Freaking loved it.
It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful.
So good.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Favorite of 2023 was Barbie, but one that no one is talking about that they should is Ava DuVernay's Origin. I liked Barbie. It's a little overrated, though, in my opinion. Like, it was good, but some of the Academy recognition for that film was kind of ridiculous to me.
So, I will bring up that Ava DuVernay's Origin was surprisingly, so that was like early on last year. People thought that was going to be an Oscar film, and it wasn't. And then it got a really delayed release date. I don't really know what happened with it. I do want to see it. I heard it's a really difficult book to adapt to a film. So I'm very looking forward to seeing her take on it. I do like Ava DuVernay a lot. Pretty much everyone that watches my channel or knows me knows I wasn't in love with Barbie. I think that production design and directing and costumes absolutely deserve the nomination. I do think Billie Eilish's song was the best song out of all of them, and but I personally feel like Billie Eilish's song said everything in a more eloquent way that Barbie was trying to say in the whole film. And I felt the messaging in the third act was problematic. But again, I know so many people that loved Barbie. I'm not shitting on that movie, but that's just how I just don't think of it as a Best Picture nominee compared to everything else.
Like compared for me, compared to something like Poor Things or Past Lives, those actually are deserving of it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Barbie for me, just because it broke like the $1 billion mark doesn't mean it needed to be in that category, in my opinion. I think I would have taken something that's more deserving, of that. Like one that Hunter brought up here just a little bit ago, the Iron Claw. I would have taken that one.
Absolutely. And if A24 played their cards right, they would have done that. And I think you know, I think at the end of the day, Barbie was a little too anti-men, and I think that it's kind of funny when you have a film that's kind of supremely anti-men to have Ryan Gosling be the only nomination. I don't think Margot Robbie should have gotten a Best Actress nomination. I love Margot Robbie. I'm glad she made the movie. I think it's very difficult to make a movie like that out of a toy. Like, I'm not diminishing what she did, and it's a really great film for a toy. But I think at the end of the day, they bit off more than they could chew when it came to feminism, and it was a very shallow version and a white version of female feminism in this new wave that we're seeing right now. So that, yeah, I don't mean to be on a soapbox, but that's all I have to say about that.
Yeah, I mean, if I were to call for snubs, though, be in regards to Best Actress, like, and people are gonna be like, "Is it Margot Robbie?" I'm sorry, but no. Because Annette Bening I felt like was just shoehorned in there for Best Actress in my opinion. Her performance was too Oscar baity and naiad. I would have given it to Greta Lee for Past Lives, to be honest with you. Like, she's more deserving of it.
1,000%. 1,000%. And I think, Luke, you would also agree that Lily Gladstone would have been much more deserved in supporting. I love Lily Gladstone's performance in Colors of the Flower Moon, but my goodness, that is a supporting role. And I think that's why she had no chance at the end of the day.
I can kind of agree with you on that. But I'm just really happy that Emma Stone won for Poor Things. Because after I watched it, I was like, yep, it's hers. Like, and I think
no one's ever seen a performance like that. No one's ever seen a performance like that on film in the past 15 years. And, you know, she got the Oscar for La La Land. I love La La Land. It is dear to my heart. But is that necessarily the most difficult role for a female actress? No, it's not. Poor Things is, my goodness, that is a difficult thing to take on. So it was well deserved.
Yeah, and I've said this once before, but I'll say it again. I'm going to sound like a broken record, but I thought I was prepared when I was watching Poor Things because I know Yorgos Lanthimos, because I've seen his big three films: The Lobster, The Favorite, and The Killing of a Sacred Deer. So I was like, okay, I know what to expect. After it came to the first sex scene, I was like, okay, I was not prepared. Like, I was not at all. I was like, okay, this is pretty adult here. Like, so
it is, but it's so not salacious. It is so from that innocent perspective of someone that's not influenced by media or anything like that, and just being themselves. And I think that, like, for women, like, there are like life experiences and turnarounds and epiphanies they have about themselves with their sexual experiences. And I think that that was really well portrayed. And I keep hearing, like, why did a man direct this? And it's like, well, first of all, a man wrote the book. And he was very clearly in tune with women. Like, there are men like that are in tune with women, and we shouldn't just like shame the fucking whole project because a man wrote and then a man directed it and adapted it.
Right.
It was very close to the female experience. And I think that, like, Emma Stone is an incredible actress that feels very comfortable with Yorgos, as we know. So, like, it was a very healthy environment to work in making that film.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, obviously she felt comfortable with working with Yorgos after The Favorite. So it's like, I agree with you. I agree with you on that. But like I said, after that first one happened, and then 1, 2, 3, another one, and then another one, and I was like, Jesus Christ, dude, what the hell's going on? Like, I was honestly so glad I didn't see this in the theater, to be honest with you. I mean, I was wanting to because of the beautiful production design, but at the same time, I'm glad I skipped it in theaters because of that kind of stuff. But I don't know.
Well, you know, there's this infamous photo of a guy that saw Love Lies Bleeding in the theater, passed out with his dick out because he was jerking off during that, which, to be honest, I understand why, but you shouldn't do that in public. But yeah, there's like,
Yeah.
stuff in that too. So, you know.
Yeah. Like, I definitely wouldn't have been doing that. Like,
Of course
I
not.
definitely would not do that.
Yeah, no, I'm just making a
'cause-
joke, but like, yeah, it's I think people are taking kind of back the it's okay to show life in those aspects in a really organic and natural way, and I think that like both Love Lies Bleeding and Poor Things kind of did that really accurately in a cinematic way.
Yeah. And yes, Hunter, Beau is Afraid is great. I need to watch that one again. I haven't seen it in a little while. I really do need to watch it again. Jesus. I mean, bro, if I were to speak on that, though, I've seen Basic Instinct, and that movie is extremely adult with the sex scenes. So,
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, if people are saying this is like Basic Instinct with the sex scenes, I'm like, okay, I should know what I'm getting into. And then during that, I was like, yep, I was not ready. So, jeez, like, I wish I could go back and remember the time that I know when I was watching this, I wish I could have just gone back to see my own reactions on that movie, because Jesus, oh my God. But it's so good, though. It's very, very good. I love Poor Things. I don't know. It's a good movie. Let's see. Yeah, so cool. Cool. Let's see. I think I would agree with this. Actually, they did not do a great job campaigning it.
No, and Becca, who is frequently, I feel like, in our group, and she said the A24, like Neon, kind of hone into one or two films and advocate for them for the entire award season. And this was one of those things where A24 was really championing Past Lives and Anatomy of a Fall. So wait, I think that might have been Neon, actually. One other one that we all know. So that's why they kind of left Iron Claw to.
Yeah, I get that. Do you think Heath Ledger is the definitive Joker? I think I might have to get that to Joaquin Phoenix.
I think the Joker can be anything we want it to be. So I think there's no definitive Joker. It's different than Batman. I think people can really gravitate towards a very specific Batman, but I think the Joker is such a loose cannon that I think that there's so many interpretations that actually can relate to a lot of different people.
Yeah, I totally agree on that. Let's see. What's a movie from 1967 I should watch? Interesting question.
That's tough. I'm not super familiar with what came out during that era. That's a really good question. Everyone loves Cool Hand Luke. I thought it was okay. Bonnie and Clyde. I love Bonnie and Clyde. Oh, okay. I got it. Wait Until Dark. Wait Until Dark is fucking awesome. It's a surprise cast. It's fucking Audrey Hepburn and Alan Arkin. Watch Wait Until Dark. It's so good. It's so Hitchcock. And it surprises you constantly throughout that movie. It's really good.
I'm gonna put that one on my watch list. I'll put that on the list.
Yeah.
But I do want to say this, though, because I'm looking at a little stack in front of me. There is one movie that we're going to be doing a watch along for in July to go to a new film that I'm really looking forward to. Does anybody in here remember the 1996 classic known as Twister?
Yes.
Yes. Since Twister is coming out this July, we're going to be doing a watch along for Twister. if people were, let me just say this about Twister. Some people nowadays would watch that film and be like, "This is the dumbest thing ever." And I'm like, I can't blame you because it's. I feel like Twister's kind of a product of its time, to be honest with you. Like, and I grew up with it because my parents showed it to me. And I remember when I first watched it, it creeped me the fuck out. Like, because, oh, my God, dude. But with Twisters, though, I really feel like they're doing it I feel like they're going to do a good job of kind of capturing what made the original film so fun and putting it into a modern age. So we'll see where they go with that one. I'm really looking forward to Twisters. How do you feel about that one, Tracy? I'd like to ask you that. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I think it'll be fun. You know, I'm not expecting a lot, but I'm not expecting it to be bad. I think it'll just be a fun summer movie, and I think that's okay.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly thought the film looked like it was made for like about $100 million, at least.
Yeah.
But when I looked at the budget, it said it was $200 million. I was like,
no. Oh, that
way.
Sounds like way too much. Too much.
We'll see though. We'll see where they go with that. We'll see. I mean, the effects look better than what we're getting today with $200 to $300 million movies.
I'm gonna unfortunately have to head out soon, but I've been having a really great time.
Yeah. So let's see. Got one more comment, and it's from Wilkie's Movies and Music. How's it going, man? Good to see you.
Thank you so much for joining.
Yes, always good to see you. But yeah, I think we'll go ahead and call it here for tonight. So thank you to everybody so much for joining us here in the chat. Thank you, Tracy, for coming back here to the show. It was really great having you back. So yeah, let us know where everybody can find you.
Yes, it's essentially Nerdy Film Girl everything. I have not had a lot of content recently, but I'm getting back on the wagon. So hopefully we will see more of that moving forward. And I had a great time. I'm so glad Luke and I could figure out our schedules and make this work.
Absolutely. And yeah, can't wait to have you back on again soon. This was a ton of fun. Yes, Max. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Hey guys, we're gonna get out of here. Hope you guys have enjoyed watching us have conversations about movies. Have a great night, everybody. See you next time. Peace out.